I've been talking about all the stuff you wanted to hear for years. Now I'm gonna talk about what you don't wanna hear. They don't wanna hear that good shit. Where my niggas at? Take care of their kids. Learn they lesson from they first bid. Who getting money? Who ain't no motherfucking dummy? Who ain't gon' let these white folks leave them bumming? They like, nah, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. That's fuckboy shit. That's fuckboy shit. All my niggas getting money. Who you with? All my niggas with them choppers try to hit. It's been a long time since a nigga been locked up, and I ain't going back. I put that on my dick and nuts. Don't get it twisted. I'm always gonna be ratchet. I always got my whistle. I'm never out.
What up, world? What up? Y'all know what it is. It's a Real Ninjas podcast. It's your man Uncanny Midwest Connects. If you ain't connected, you ain't respected, but y'all knew that already. Of course, if you see me on this cam, plus you see our extra guest on this cam, it's going crazy tonight. Prez, what you doing, man?
Warming up.
Warming up for what?
The Rollympics.
Oh, Rollympics it is. We got both contestants right here on our cam one. Y'all know our guest, Blacksteele, aka P Edibles. Of course, you got Prez over here. They stretching, they warming up. Guests, introduce yourselves, man. It's like 9 of y'all back there.
You ain't know about DZ, 777D.
That's our real interview guest tonight.
Yes, sir.
Who we with?
What's good? I'm 19.
Man, you already know me. It's all good.
Who we got in the back row?
C-No 10KP. You already know Cornbread 217, aka Trash Panda Coop.
What's up, man? Who's over here hiding in the corner, though?
You know what the fuck it is, 217 Killerfield, easy fucking Killerfield.
Oh, we about to go crazy, man. It is the Rollympics. Now, since it's the first inaugural, and we didn't know we was going to have a full house, we only got 2 Rolympians today. We got 5 categories. Our 5 categories for our Rollympics are stale blunts, wet blunts, backwoods, since everybody seems to be like Special Ed when rolling those. These guys are going to come up with a novelty blunt, and they're going to roll blindfolded all right here on our show.
Say it again.
Of course, everybody that is not competing has the pleasure and the joy of being a special guest judge. We're going to score all 5 of these blunts on a 10-point score system. Highest average for each blunt wins the category. Highest overall score wins our Rollympics. Everybody know what we're doing tonight? Hey. Now, mind you, during the course of this, we will also be talking to DZ about his brand new single, what he has coming up next, and all the fly shit everybody else got going on. This is a Real Ninjas podcast. Man, y'all ready to get this shit cracking?
Yeah. Let the Rollympics begin. Yeah. What's the first category?
Stale blunts is our first category, gentlemen. Now, these blunts have been sitting out for how long?
They've been sitting out all day, then they got microwave for 20 minutes.
Oh, so they're nice and crispy.
They crisp.
So they're nice and crispy.
They stale.
Rock.
So I'm saying, so fellas, y'all all roll blunt. Y'all over there rolling blunts. Now, how many stale blunts you ever rolled in your life?
Man, I'm gonna have to go do it. You know what I'm saying?
How do you bring a stale blunt back? What's your secret?
Water.
I like the commentary.
You know what I mean? So I'm saying, how long? What is it hard? Like in your experience, is it really that much harder to roll a stale blunt than a nice fresh swisher?
It depends on what we're going to do. If you're talking about a swisher, then yeah, that shit hard. But
that's all I roll. I roll Henderson stale swishers. A stale swisher.
Well, that's because swishers suck.
No, that's because I fall asleep.
So what's your favorite blunt to roll, man? Everybody got a favorite blunt.
Dutch.
You're a Dutch guy?
Yeah.
Y'all some Dutch guys? You a swisher.
Everybody's like Dutch.
I smoke Dutch nasty. I smoke Dutch.
Clever, what you rolling, man?
I'm old school.
See, this is not even what I like to roll. This a game leaf. I just had to settle with the gas station. They had no Swisher leaf or no backwood.
COVID.
19, what you rolling, man? We got blunts in the
the
kitchen.
same thing.
The leaf?
I'm with him. I'd rather roll. I fuck with the game leaves, but the swisher leaves easy as hell.
Oh,
see, that's how I know y'all young, man. Y'all don't know nothing about no Phillies, man. Where I'm from, we used to play Philly Titans. Oh, y'all remember? We used to pack the Phillies. It'd be a quarter ounce of weed.
Like Maduros, bro.
Am I the only one who remembers? Wait, y'all remember Icy Mint Optimals and smell like like you was burning 4 cigarettes at once?
Menthol blunts.
I fuck with the ice.
Menthol blunts. Icy mint optimal. Menthols.
All people want to roll the nicely mints original. That's why they always taste the nasty.
It tastes like cigarettes.
Yeah. Newport.
Right
Like
now.
2 of them.
Yes, dude.
No, they smoke like 3 menthol cigarettes at
Newport's don't even
once.
taste like
We getting our own trade together right now.
Whatever happened to Dro?
It became loud, then it became gas, then it became
pressure.
We don't need Dro no more. Dro was $60 an eighth. What are you talking about?
I've seen, again, that's how you know you old, because we were smoking, it was called XO. Hey man, I'm smoking exotic.
First off, fuck Dro, fuck exotic, fuck that. I remember when the white boys had it first and they was like, I got nuts, man. I got nuts, bro.
Prime nuts.
I remember when you got
Prime nuts. I'm like, nuts.
The turfs talk
Now,
to
me
you, bro.
being from where I'm from now, I always got my weed in a little like Ziploc bag, you know, little dime bag, nick bags, dub bags. That was it. I never really bought zips and shit like that until I started selling weed. And then even then, once I got my shit, it was going in bags. You feel me? So I never really seen compressed weed until I moved to Springfield. Like
Black pepper way.
I sent that nigga Candy to get a bag, man. He like, my guy got the quarters for the 25. I'm like,
Listen, quarters back then was like
I know how much a quarter is. No,
this quarters was like 15.
Quarters was 25.
No, 25. Remember they was selling us 4 grams for a dub? Yeah.
Because you don't ask for 8. You remember? Don't ask for 8. Ask for
The half ounce, right? I sent him, he get a quarter. I sent him to give me a quarter. He come back with this shit. He busted down and handed it to me. I'm like, bro, what's this? He like, that's your quarter. I said, why it look like this? He said, nigga, that's the weed. I ain't never seen compressed weed until that day, dog.
That's when zips was selling 8 dollars.
Nigga, look. I'm talking about niggas be like, I got the package now. Yo, nigga, this was the package in the fucking mail.
I used to
You got a box?
that Mexican brick. The
That
weed
shit
would
like
come with
they
corners on
in
it.
the pack.
Hey, the corner was
The weed would come. That's what you wanted.
I want the corner. I want the corner.
That weed was so packed in the bag, bro. If a motherfucker broke
No, the bag got corners. The shit used to fit in the corner of the bag. The same shape. Perfect. Like the same
that shit
shape.
was packed so tight, if a motherfucker broke in your crib for the weed, you could literally knock their ass out. Take this shit and throw it at them, and they be dead.
He said they be dead.
They be dead.
Get out of my house, dickhead.
He be like, man, I got real high. No, you got a head rush, motherfucker.
So everybody on the live, talk to us, man. Talk to us about rolling your favorite blunts. Oh man, y'all see me getting ready. Preparation. Stale blunt.
You want to run some trails, Prez?
We're about to roll it right now.
You want to run some trails, or you good?
He good. Oh man, they're cracking.
He was doing roll-ups earlier.
Oh man, this dude running. He's literally in studio running laps. He handled the trash can.
This is the perfect time to get your LM on. One more time.
Oh my god.
Phone charger. Get your LM.
So really, while we're doing these Rollympics, we're here to talk to my man DZ. He got a lot of stuff going on. How the quarantine been treating you, Pimp?
One thing.
Quarantine forced me to roll them shit.
Y'all see the green room? I just ran around the green room. That's how big it is. Book your appointments. Go ahead.
Y'all heard it. Now, how the quarantine been treating you, Pimp?
Decent, actually, man. I've been just taking the time to get a lot of work done.
Heard.
You know, it's kind of just focus time, really. So,
Okay, so what you been focusing on?
man, working on this tech team, I got.
I need a lot of the camera.
Next month.
All these damn like smokers in here. Ain't nobody got a lighter.
We just had a light.
This blue one ain't working.
Who got a lighter?
He said it.
Wow.
Roll with me.
No one does. I got you.
No, it's one plug.
Niggas ain't gonna get their lighter. They
We got a light.
Shout out to Martin. Shout out to Kyrie.
Shout out to Vic, the official lighter of the Rollympics. Vic is the official lighter of the
We're gonna
Rollympics.
steal your life. Alright, so my man, finish the question, man. My bad.
Yeah, man, but like I was saying, real quick. Oh, yeah, for sure. But, yeah, we working
Wait,
on
is that the regular blunt, right? That one's not a stale blunt for the judges.
Nah.
Just make sure. What I'm saying is 9 of y'all just make sure they come this way first so y'all can have it.
We're gonna say
I just need to taste it.
we're gonna do all those shit. We're gonna roll those as we go.
And
I don't want to steal all the papers.
Yeah, the counting table needs some calculations and shit.
Alright, we about to get, I'm about to get to it.
So what we gotta cover there? Stale joints?
Stale blunts are first.
Stale blunts are
Alright,
first.
so.
Give me the countdown.
Hold on, we need commentary though.
No, we don't need to count down. Y'all need to just roll.
We need to break commentary. Like I gotta Joe Rogan this shit, bro.
So you get to break it down unblindfolded?
No, the blindfolded blunt is last.
Oh, okay.
That's last. It's separate categories.
You are here with Trash Bandicoot. I'm gonna commentate as they roll the stale blunts now.
So-
we have Antoine off to a good start. He looks like
Hey man, that's secondary. We
You
just
know-
gonna let them roll. We're gonna do my interview, man. They look good. They can see them. That's what the camera for. They can see them. They can commentate at home. Like, man, they look like they rolling them.
I was just trying to get some like Daniel Cormier, like, whoa, he curled the shit out of it. My fault. I'm fucking up.
All right, man. So we got a tape coming, gentlemen. Talk to me about the tape.
19,777. Me and 19, we came together and put together a nice little project. It's been, I don't know how long we're working on it, but it's like, it don't even seem like it's been that long. Like the process.
How many songs?
So like what, like 14, something like that. Somewhere between 12 and 14, something like that. It's a decent amount.
Okay, so talk to me about the production on that then.
I was about to say, most of it is produced by 19.
Okay.
We also got some joints by Kai on there. We got,
When will he be 20?
Dad jokes.
When he was 11, he turned 13, because fuck 12.
That's a baker's dozen.
yeah, I said that in the song too.
I heard
Not yet. But yeah, like I said, got some production by him, some by Kai, some by Dre the Guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shouts to Dre, man.
You got some. Oh, you ain't making beats yet, blood?
I don't make beats, I just rap.
He said I just rap, man.
You'll be right making beats on blood.
Like I'm the manager.
So definitely shouts out to the producers on there. That means we got what kind of vibe are we gonna be expecting from the project?
Man, I would really say like I always say like an out of this world type of vibe. Like we created it to basically it's more like we say like the time and the place. Like you're listening to it, so it's like you just get trapped in this whole world that we created.
Nice. So it's an experience.
Whenever you want.
We should have dropped that, but he played that so everybody roll up to
You got any singers on or anything like that?
say what?
Any singers and vocalists?
No, it's really just me and 19, man. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of singing on
That's
it.
cool. Yeah, that's cool.
We handled all the vocals.
That's how you get shit done on time. When you do it yourself, that's how you get shit done on time.
Yeah, sir.
So-
Shit, now we get.
Where y'all recording at?
Various. Yeah, a lot of various spots. You know what I'm saying? We had to find wherever we could really get a hold of because of COVID. You know what I'm saying? So wherever we can make it happen.
Niggas wasn't recording because of COVID?
It was recorded.
No, I'm saying niggas, producers.
I mean,
Engineers and studio.
There was actually a couple, like, yeah, there was a couple that wasn't.
Damn, for real?
That's crazy. All producers.
I thought Rico, he wasn't recording nobody's part because of that shit.
Cause I don't know too many producers with another job other outside of producing.
Right. Engineering, production, artwork.
So what you doing?
bro, mainly do everything himself anyway, though, as far as recording, engineering,
Okay, right.
producing all of that anyway. So I kind of, in a sense, stepped into his world with that.
Okay. And now you know a little something about it too.
Damn.
Cause you've been there for the whole process.
Is that your stale?
Hey, this ain't a speed contest though. This it's
No, but we at least gotta wait for you to get done.
yeah, okay, alright. Shit. Then what's the next one?
So what we got?
on 0 to 10.
Yeah. So what we got going on as far as what y'all gonna do for the videos, man? So with 14 songs, you gotta have some videos in the pipeline.
We got a couple of joints actually that we sitting on. Some shot by my man Cino 10KP right here. I got a documentary coming as well.
Whoa.
So so you can see what we're doing there.
Okay.
And then we go and how we can stay busy and make it happen how we could.
Okay, so I know the pandemic, the quarantine has kept everybody locked up. There haven't been, too many live shows or opportunities for live shows. But now the restrictions are loosening. Now the bars are back open. Now the restaurants will be back. So what are you guys planning on doing as far as touring the project or shows or what you got going on that end?
Man, really getting out here on the road and seeing what the world got for us. Just trying to spread as much as we can. As far as in the city, kind of just waiting it out and see, how it's gonna turn out because we don't really, know
Right.
allow us to have the show that we want to have right now. But we definitely working on a release party too.
Heard that. Release party.
Presidential fitness, party.
We do it all out here, man. This dude. So does that mean you're done? Is that stale blunt's done?
That's the fourth time this was girl.
Yes, right. He's slapping that stale one. We have a good time. Plug it, man. We got wet blunts.
Wet blunt.
Wet White Owls is our next blunt.
Damn, we not.
Wow.
Oh, wet them up.
Yeah, soak them suckers.
Hit him up. I ain't even.
So we've got these stale blunts rolled. This one ain't your stale one, right? This is a regular one.
No, that's still one.
All right, this
Like,
is there's too many blunts, man. There's blunts everywhere.
Still
What do I do?
Right here. Still blunt right there.
All right, fellas. Wet blunts is our next category. Man, we need to know what y'all look. What the fuck everybody watches in this room?
said, man, everybody watching this is in there.
Oh.
She funny. She thinks
So you saying all 6
That's
people
one of my girl. That's one of my counts. She said.
all 6 people that watch the show is actually in the room. That's why we ain't got nobody. That's funny. Okay. All right.
You got jokes, Jane.
People like to watch us later now.
The production value is better the next day. You know what I mean? We're funnier in the morning. Nah, man.
Edit the jokes.
We talking that shit, Plug. What's up, man? It's been a minute. I ain't even gonna flex, man. I put these guys on a number of shows a few years ago, and to watch the growth is crazy. The development is crazy. I remember DC was like closer to my height. Now he's like not my height at all. You know what I mean? I remember before Plug was Plug, man. It was just like the socket, and now he's the whole Plug. So it was nice to see the growth. I'm just talking shit, but the music is grown. The visuals have grown. So talk to me, man, about the growth.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like individually, myself, I feel like I came a long way. You know what I'm saying? Other than the group, we definitely came a long way. But like, and I done got some visuals out before. I ain't never had no visuals out, you feel me? I just dropped my first video about a month ago. And I followed it up 2 weeks later with another video. I'm just waiting on some more.
What?
Milestone.
Yeah, tell them where to find. What video should we be looking for?
I shot Ain't Heard Me Yet, my first single. That was, you can find it on YouTube, searching All Good Plugging. All Good is one word, space plugging.
PLUGGA, right?
Yep, all good, yep. And then the second one is Love's Overrated. You can find that on there too.
Love is overrated.
And most of that,
Like not just the song title. Love is real life overrated, man. Hurt your feelings. That shit sucks. Cost you some bread. You know what I mean? It's horrible.
All the things Prez, take that bitter bitch away from him. He drinking too.
Listen, man, all the love I have costs me money. Everything I love costs me some bread.
Everything good in life, they try to make it illegal.
Man,
So Nick Cannon was lying.
I can't buy no pussy. You gonna let me buy no pussy with my money?
Nevada will let you buy vagina.
Lying ass Nick
And
Cannon.
they got a place where you can do it though, but they don't let it be legal.
No, Nevada's legal. Prostitution is legal in Nevada.
That's the place where you can do it at.
Yeah.
Everybody.
That's the money.
What about Springfield?
No, that's a misconception. Actually, you can only do it at that one place or like designated place.
But there's other
That
designated
makes
places.
life.
Don't go to the Luxor looking for whores.
If I can get-
But they'll be there though.
They'll be there, but they will get you. But
Oh,
like there's a lot of us undercover. We tried to holler at one. and
They
she
said we're
they got
cops.
That's all I do.
Yeah, like subliminally.
You're like, okay, I'm not trying to entrap you. There you go. That's fair. That's a nice cop.
Yeah, she said I can tell you was raised right. I'm working right now. You need to sit down. Don't give me money.
Fantastic. I ain't never been to Vegas. That sounds like a good time. I'm with it. It was a good time.
$10 rooms, let's go.
Since we before we get to some fuck shit,
What about the sports, man? Baseball's back. Baseball's got a 60-game season plan to come back. The
We
league.
got 8 weeks of NBA too.
Yeah, I was gonna say the NBA is supposed to be back July 31st.
8 weeks of NBA?
Yeah, it's supposed to be back July 31st. We'll be back for the NBA, man. We talked about that a couple times, but now the new talk is we've got stars saying they're not coming back.
Yeah.
They're not coming to play. Avery Bradley, while not a star, said he's not coming back. Trevor Ariza said he's not coming. They said the COVID's a reason not to come. I'm gonna stay with my family. I'm gonna hang out with my kids. I'm gonna rehab my knee. Whatever the hell they're doing, they're not coming back. So how many more players do you think we're gonna do that? And do you think J.R. Smith's gonna be signed to the Lakers? Because I did.
I just saw LeBron say.
Yeah.
I saw LeBron was talking about basically holding off until I guess the players get the respect. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that is.
But it's gonna say in his contract that he can't drink before the game.
Who, JR?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, JR.
Only a halftime, man. Only a halftime. That one was in game, he said.
That was funny.
Dude. LeBron was like, shoot the shit! Shoot the shit! That's that dog. That dog. I don't know what's up.
That situation, you can't do nothing now fucked up.
Yeah, that's just look at
I fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all seen him beat dude up though?
Oh, for breaking his wheel, yeah. Hey, he beat the brakes off, buddy.
I ain't see it, I heard about it.
Yeah, he got a good one, and he was stopping him and everything. Ooh.
You straight ass.
So when we playing, here it is. Wet blunt roll to him? He said, I'm almost there. I bet wet was easier than stale, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like pre-soaked before you need to dry it out a little bit.
on if you're left or right.
It ain't sticking right when it's
Oh, see, they got the big pinky-sized blunts on that side of the table.
We gonna puff past it.
I got that Lucchini over here.
All right, fella, you got
There's other one.
What's the next one?
hold on, we're gonna wait till Prez is done, then I got you, man.
dog.
This is the official Rollympics right here on the Rollympics podcast, man. We appreciate everybody on the live, and we definitely appreciate everybody tuning in every week. We do live off hearts, because apparently we're not getting paid to do this. So send us some hearts, send us some likes. That's what we do this shit for.
You gotta say it like Shaq when he says.
Now it's backwoods. Blunt number tray. We're rolling backwards, man. I mean, that's not, I don't see the challenge in that. Maybe I'm just confused.
I had my wood open on the table. Somebody rolled. Oh, here we go.
He said, oh man, there's some wood thieves. Nah, bro, they got their blunts, bro. Everybody in the high.
I'm gonna say I ain't never rolled a backwood.
Never.
Never rolled a backwood, but I was.
It's your first one.
Okay. Look, yeah, don't tell him no secret, y'all. Let him roll his wood. He warmed up for this. We still got the novelty blunt category, and we still, I can't wait for category 5, blindfolded blunts.
That's crazy.
Then they gotta break it down.
Don't talk to him, let him go!
You can't let him back.
Let him go!
You gotta let him go. You gotta tell him.
It's a leaf.
All I can say is you better watch it.
It's one leaf. So
It's one leaf.
So treat it as one.
Oh,
It's
okay.
All I can tell you is watch it and see what's
He already did it. No, I want to tell him so bad.
Damn, I didn't know these people had
Okay.
That's not coaching. This is first wood. It's one leaf. That's all I can
He's in
tell
a professional event.
Ain't nobody get paid. This is not professional. This is
He don't stand a chance.
Somebody got some money on there.
Watch it. Hey, you gonna treat it like a Cinderella and still curl the shit out of it?
Hold on. Who said we couldn't bet on this?
You can't break it down the middle because that shit wraps like this.
Because it's one leaf. It's one.
Exactly, bro. You can't break it down the middle.
Alright, so I'm saying 19, how long you been producing, man? You said you did the bulk of the production work, engineering. How long you been at it?
Shit, since like, well, I got my first software in high school. That was some bullshit. I got free, which was like going into college.
Going into college, so I'm saying, how old are you now?
Shit, 24.
Oh, so you was in college like 10 seconds ago.
Nah, I did that shit for like, probably 5 years.
So who would you say is your biggest influence on the production? Whether it be a mainstream, whether it be somebody you worked with before, who would you say influences your style on the production?
Shit. I don't know if anybody introduced me. Influenced me like when it comes to beats, because I be making like my own type of shit. But like, I definitely like study like any music that I like. When I first like was trying to get color and making beats, I just studied the beat and I listened to it. Like that's how I just like definitely like Metro, like people like that, like like Mafia.
Okay.
Shit like that. Even like some old school producers too. Just whatever I got, just study that shit and try to get better. But as far as influence, like the sound and shit, try to
Stay away from everybody
I
else.
try to just like keep my own vibe wherever I'm from.
Okay. So again, it's feeling. For the most part, music, the best music is emotion captured in sound. So that's what you're going for, is just feelings.
Yeah, anything I make, I just try to like. It sounds corny, but I really just try to like create a vibe and just like. It's definitely about feeling.
What's your favorite song on the project? 14 of them, what's your very favorite one? Like the one you're like, oh, this the one.
We both always torn between two of them. I don't know if I can really pick.
Can I tell you?
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where my bleeding?
Where my bleeding?
That's not there for sure. Specifically.
Say that one more time. What is it?
Where my bleeding?
Bleeding.
Where my bleeding?
That's my shit.
It's up there.
It's a joint?
That bitch smoke a joint, you know, you wake up in the morning, you know, rolling you one, you gotta turn that on and shit.
Oh,
You
okay.
ain't gotta wake up in the morning.
That's
So
a
that's
vibe,
what
bro.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, whenever you want to smoke, you want to turn that on.
I'm ready to smoke me a couple.
That's what.
Ready to smoke a stale.
Huh?
That's what they don't understand, man.
Man,
Like,
that's what that understand.
I'm saying, I get up, G, before I do anything, let me get right.
That's gonna be a perfect set. You gonna love that song too, like for real.
Yeah, no, I can't wait.
Yeah, bro, that's my favorite.
Like, I'm saying, even as a, you know, because obviously, like, I'm producing with y'all and
Already start
you know,
listening.
stuff.
Hey.
Even like hearing y'all shit, I'm like, okay, like y'all are the reason I had to learn FL. Basically, like, you know what I'm saying? And y'all taught me all that shit.
Y'all from Springfield?
Yeah.
Okay, man, absolutely. I've been in the gym for a couple of years, so I ain't been in the streets like I used to.
You know, this is the put on show we putting on for
I
the
mean, this is
locals.
his first
I need to get in
wood,
the
so,
gym
you
with
know.
He said he didn't get in the gym, he in the streets too much.
This is his first wood, you know, he don't be in the street.
You know, give him a break.
I'm saying, man, I will say this is the slowest one you rolled so far.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on.
Yeah, he said he gonna get it right. He said he was gonna win the official Rollympics. I can't wait, man. That's 10 blunts we get to sample.
Also sponsored by Swisher.
Nah, man, they didn't sponsor us. We bought them blunts.
Yeah.
Nah, man, we bought them blunts. They don't get no free love. We're looking for blunt sponsors. So if you'd like to sponsor the show, you know anybody with a tobacco plug, let us know.
Who had a tobacco?
Matt Bradley came on here and had his own raps.
Yeah.
Matt Bradley has the dark caper raps. If you don't know, go pick him up at Penny Lane. Go pick him up at what's the head shop on Notre Dame? Rocket Stop. Go get you some. They roll nice.
Local business.
Hey,
I'm gonna start rolling cables from now on.
Yeah, dark capers roll nice, man. They come in the tube. It's dope, man. Caper got his own shit. Dark caper. He's a rapper from here in town. He got his own blunts. You can get him at Rocket Stop. You can get him at Penny Lane.
Yes,
I don't know, think I'm out of
And these pluggers, you know what I'm saying?
You know L pluggers, you know that just sound legit, don't it?
Yeah. You gonna have the nice flavors, plug?
Oh, no,
You don't know the flavors, so like diamond, green, sweet, that kind of. Okay, so all the plain stuff. I'm with you. Gallery, how y'all feeling, man?
That flavor
We
shit.
good back here. We just waiting on the.
We already got a good flavor.
So I need to know, you guys are kind of you guys got a decent seat at the table. What y'all think, man? What y'all got so far? What do you
Well,
think,
from what I can see, Antoine's pretty confident. I can say that. But Prez ain't no hurry. You know what I'm saying? Prez, yes, he's taking his time. He's making it known that, hey, I don't wait.
Okay,
You wait on this. You know what I'm saying?
He's slamming on
All right, number 3 down.
He said he was going crazy, man. We having a good time right here on the Real Ninjas podcast, man. It's a cloud in this joint.
It's
And
definitely
we didn't
good
even get to the
competition.
judging part yeah.
Light that
It's
blunt.
definitely a good competition.
We can
going on.
smoke. We can roll. Give me that Kool-Aid and another water, can you?
This is not Kool-Aid. Shouts out to the
Nah,
P2.
Hey, shouts out to P2. Also,
No, that's my water.
What y'all drinking on over there?
P2. You want some?
Podcast punch.
I want beer.
Okay.
Fruit punch and tequila.
Okay.
It's gonna fuck you up.
Oh, yeah. You want one?
I fuck with
If you wanted to do what it's doing, mix drinks like this. You ready? This how Prez makes drinks. You ready?
I'm telling.
Liquor. Shake. Just enough to give it the color. No, look. That's it. Liquor. Chaser.
Look, you know
That's it. Plug is giving his first podcast.
That's your fire. That's what you be. I don't even fuck with like looking though, but I'm.
Hey, that's P2. Let them know.
Got a little bubble to it, so hey, this might be.
What's that?
That carbonated.
What's that? Backwoods.
novelty.
Tell you, it's a lot of tequila in that shit.
Yeah.
And it's been fermenting for like maybe 2 weeks? That's a new one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we kicking it,
It
man.
goes until it's gone. Like
Look at he's slapping them up.
We got some new,
Shout out to
tell them what we
everybody.
doing, tell them what we doing.
Oh, this is the official Rollympics right here. The inaugural.
Rollympics.
We've got 2 Rolympians right here. Prez, Dent, Blacksteele. And of course we've got a whole crew, a gallery of judges. Because everybody's going to judge who's going to be on novelty blunts. They've rolled stale blunts already. They've rolled wet blunts already. They've rolled backwoods. I still don't know what the challenge was in that one. They've got challenge.
That's the challenge itself.
They've got we are currently on the novelty blunt round. I'm expecting somebody to roll a cross joint. I want to see a paper plane or something. We're going crazy. And after that is the one I can't wait to see. We're going to blindfold these guys and watch them roll blunts. I'm going to eat mini cookies while they're blindfolded. That's what I'm going to be doing.
Epic shit going on right now.
Oh, and if you didn't know, we do still have the best podcast snacks going. Mini cookies and hella blunts. What other snacks do you need? Fellas, man, y'all having a good time yet? We gonna keep this joint rocking, man. And again, book your green screen parties. Prez just ran laps around this room, and we was all in here. That's how much room you got to shoot videos, to have parties, to make movies, pornos, everything goes. If you want to do your OnlyFans and you want to be in space floating around, this is the place to do it.
What up, Kyra?
What up, Kyra?
Hey, Kyra.
Congratulations,
Joe. Hey, please keep them knees away from me. Keep them away from me,
Killer
fam.
knees.
He said, scramble, night.
Killer knees.
He need to come to the outfit, come to the ring with the Kill Bill outfit, because he got the killer knees.
Killer knees.
Hey, we gotta get him the Killer Hornet outfit. There you go. Fuck Killer Bees. He got the Killer Bees. You need a lighter?
Y'all want this baby?
Drop some fire bars. He need a lighter.
No. All right, man. So y'all got a project
In school, when they asked me how to put out a fire, I told them turn off my dad's mixtape.
Kyra said, what up, y'all?
What it do, KB?
Nope. So we got a project coming. We got videos.
Oh, that's
Plan is to bang some
Hey,
shit.
Kyra, what do you think about us doing a challenge, holding the challenge with the artists that we have on the show to see who can come up with a dope intro song for you? That would be dope. That would be dope. My little brother, he's a MMA fighter.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's on the run of winning streaks right now. And
Finishes.
Finishers.
Yeah.
On top of that,
What is that, like 7 or 8 in a
He's
row?
really fucking dangerous. He's really like learned a lot and came a long way. And
Yeah,
I
for
think
when
it's
you
time
used to
we
be
give him
he'll fuck you up now.
He homegrown from here. You feel me? He's from here. I think it's time we put together a group of artists put together a challenge to see which artists in town can come up with an intro song for him. You feel me? We can put together a collective of his
You
videos.
ain't gotta search too far.
No.
You got some of the best artists, you know what I'm saying, in the room.
Y'all heard him, man. He said they some of the best artists in the city.
Kyron Bowen.
In the whole 217. In the world, Craig.
In the world.
They said they some of the best artists in the world, Craig.
He want to know.
That's the type of confidence. That's the type of unwavering confidence you have to put out an album and be confident in it and step into a cage and punch people in the face for
He
it.
said that's 7 in a row.
Yeah.
And who gonna make the beat?
7 or 8. Hey, we got some dope producers. Definitely some dope. Nice.
He sings too. He sings too.
Hey, come on,
I don't know if he
man.
fight, he sings, he can play the guitar.
Tell him we family. He know we family.
Don't have your girl in the room, the nigga. You like to take his shirt off.
I'm in the 3 out of 5 Phillips wedges, fam. I'm in the picture.
You got the next fight lined up. What's next?
Yeah.
He been to fight 6 old ladies.
Prez, talk to us, man. You supposed to be in camp and you smoking hella blunts.
I smoke blunts all my life. I knocked out people high in the dream. What? I'm gonna do it again. Do it again. We doing this novelty blunt now.
Novelty.
But yeah.
So what is your secret? What you got coming up for the novelty blunt?
Man, well, we are limited on weed, sort of, kind of. You know what I mean?
I don't know, fam. There's a lot of weed.
There's a lot of
Look
weed.
at all that I just put in there, right there.
I got something to donate.
There's a lot of weed around.
I was planning something else, but I'm gonna go extendo. That's what I'm
Extendo?
Okay.
Novelty
It's nice to get in your shit
So
with
Twan, I
extendo.
need to know. He's going extendo. Are you also going extendo?
No, I'm going double barrel.
Okay.
Double Beasley. Okay.
Oh, shit, my
Probably got my vote just off that.
I want to say it's all about execution, smoke quality.
Yo,
Does it boat? You know what I mean? Is that drink canoeing? Like, we gotta be, I'm ready for these blunts, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. We've been smoking hella blunts. All right, now everybody at the table and in the back row pulled up with some smoke. Y'all smoking something exclusive. Y'all smoking spray for Rick. What we doing over here on the smoke? Talk to me about, because everybody be online bragging they got rapper weed. So rappers, y'all in the building, bragging about y'all weed.
I ain't gonna cap with you. I'm gonna keep it all the way buck with you.
He's funny.
All my good weed is gone. That shit goes so fucking quick. I didn't even smoke one person the other day.
So what you telling me is y'all on live saying y'all got the gas, but y'all pulled up with the transmission fluid. Niggas got windshield wiper fluid. Motor oil.
Yo!
Niggas got
Everything but the high octane.
I don't think I tasted no Zod yet.
That's because you ain't hit these stale blunts.
Oh, cause this is all gas. So it's gas.
All gas, no break.
Gas.
Texas.
This gas black.
That's one gas.
He said, man, that's 87 gas.
He said that's one gas.
He said if y'all don't get out of here with that,
He said it ain't gas, that's just one gas. That's E85, like a nigga,
That's 91 octane. They got 93 in Athens.
oh my
You
god.
niggas pulled up with the E85.
He said, I thought you had the jet fuel, brother, but I couldn't get off the ground.
It's like a nigga, it's all
That's how somebody uncle talks.
Yeah, I thought you had the jet fuel, nephew, but I couldn't get off the ground.
Check big.
With no lift on. With no lift on.
Like what I said the other day, back in the day, they used to be like, man, this is some heavy shit. Nowadays, we be like, it's some pressure. It's the same shit.
What the fuck is that?
Yo, can I talk about like you are?
We got the best snacks. Hold on. We got the best snacks.
Is that caramel kiss snake?
Hey, that's a delicacy of the Midwest.
Look, that cake was specially made for me. Hey, say it one more time.
Is that forks in this motherfucker?
No.
Dang.
Guess whose fault that is not? We went to the stove, because we was at kicking it. We came to the stove, they didn't have no forks. I brought the plates.
Like that.
Everybody's getting a cake tonight.
Thanks for asking me. I couldn't eat all the cake. I ate half of it. And then I shared
like you on the Nickelodeon.
it. It wasn't going to waste.
Let me get a little piece of that. Run that.
Hold on, we gotta let it.
It looks amazing.
Show me the plug love. Caramel cake? Oh, yeah.
Homemade caramel cake.
Yeah, this is crazy. Who made that?
A client of mine. They like to feed me.
Because that's half a step away from
Doing something
flying.
Brad, you get your piece?
Yep, I got got ladies that take care of me. She do all my cooking and stuff.
What's his name?
I'm talking shit. Oh my goodness. Right. I'm just joking. Thank you,
He said, why is it strolling? Who named this shit? Hey, he said, why is it strolling? Who named this shit?
So the plastic don't stick to the car. She's not.
She's hard.
What's her name? I can't get no. What's her name that made the cake?
Ash.
Ashley?
Shout out.
Hey, she needs to make this shit every motherfucking time. That nigga ain't said nothing the whole podcast. Who won that cake?
Did you see his chest though? He's who made this? He's serious. That's what I said. It's a delicacy.
We do got some Germex water finger licking we doing in here. You know what I mean?
All day in the bathroom.
Hold up, we gonna pull a Mexicano. We sell Germex by the squirt. No, that ain't real. Mexicano don't sell Germex by the squirt. It was a post on Facebook. Yes, I broke it up. It was hilarious. He said that nigga was like, still they sell Germex by the squirt. Bro, that's $3 a hit.
That's $3 a hit.
I'm on your ass for my $3.
What up, Jason?
Hey.
He said, what up, y'all?
If it's good enough to touch a baby, it's good enough to eat some car.
See, okay, so now we smoking and shit. And so I thought we'd talk about some high topics, you know what I mean?
Yeah. High topics?
Space travel.
Man, that's high as hell.
Oh, you want to know some high shit? Okay. I got a high question.
Hard topics.
High topics. Okay. First high topic. Okay, if girls' pussy smell like fish,
What is
smell like
Fish.
high topic. He was like, what?
seaweed.
Fish. The girls. That's only logical equation.
They're one and the same?
You know something?
Yeah.
Mind blown.
Like, you know, when they get that light workout, that run, but then somebody calls them, so they got to
He said he used to smell like oysters. Was orange a color or a fruit first? Was orange a color or a fruit first?
Damn, that's fucked up. What is it?
Fruit.
Before color?
Or the fruit.
That's more logical, I guess.
Bro, who was out here?
But how did they know to call it orange? How did they know it was orange?
Who was out here just naming colors out here though?
How you get in
How
the
did you call it
shower?
orange if there's no color orange?
How you get in the shower?
So you're saying they saw it like this is orange?
They named
Yeah, what's up with that? Why is your towel dirty when you get out of the shower from getting clean?
They named some fruit namer, or it was people that named the fruit.
Cause your body was trash.
How come you take a dump and leave some shit? Hard topics.
That's like the egg and the chicken.
You feel me?
What the fuck?
You just wanna know.
He said, how do you take a dump and leave a shit?
So is Mike Tyson really supposed to be fighting Bones Jones?
That's the gossip, man. That is what's going on in the sport. The sport field.
Mike Tyson, Mike Tyson might be crazy. He ain't crazy.
I got money on my.
Basically, John Jones.
What, Prez? You said what?
Mike Tyson might be crazy. He ain't crazy.
Come on,
My granddad fight my son, so
Bones Jones hurt that boy. That man. That old guy.
So basically, there was some. John Jones is in a contract dispute with the UFC. He wants more money.
Mike, let me know.
Mike Tyson said.
to counter that.
Mike, hold on.
Mike Tyson.
Oh no, I don't disagree with that. I think they should pay all fighters more, but that's not
Okay,
me.
no,
You guys signed those contracts, correct? You agree to what you get paid.
I like my little bread though.
Okay then, so
Somebody pull my lighter?
you know what I mean? But John Jones as a champion, multi-time, longest reigning, undefeated if we don't count the Matt Hamill DQ, because really he was beating his ass too. You know what I mean? So like John Jones has an argument as being the greatest mixed martial artist of all time. Do I believe he's severely underpaid as the greatest mixed martial artist of all time? Definitely.
The thing is,
Definitely.
you gotta get your money outside the ring. That's why your
They can't because of the Reebok deal.
True.
He was signed to Nike already.
I ain't talking
You know
about
what I mean?
I ain't talking about like clothes and shit. I'm talking about
Movies.
shit. Yeah, man. So I'm Bones Jones. Bones Jones should be a thug in somebody's movie, man.
He should be fighting Michael John
Look,
like
Tyron Woodley he did it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
That'd be dope.
That nigga should be fighting Michael John White on screen.
Ooh, I'd watch that.
I don't watch that.
Nobody wants to fight Michael John White on, off screen, behind cameras, in the rain, in the snow.
That nigga's really Black Ryan.
Niggas don't want to fight him in the swimming pool. Niggas don't want to fight him in their dreams. You don't want to fight Michael John White.
It's only two niggas that gotta fight in limbo, Twan. That's Batman and Jackie Chan.
Hey, RC, my boy Bruce Lee.
Alright, man, so we have this discussion whenever we have guests. Who's the weakest superhero?
Fucking Batman, bro.
You fucking crazy, man.
Off top.
Toad.
You say weakest, you say smartest.
The weakest superhero. We have this talk all the time, right?
No purpose.
Yeah, Prez said the weakest is Falcon. I agree. That's a great pick for weakest superhero.
No, he's better.
Better than who?
Toad.
Hey, that's whoever's saving these hoes.
Weakest superhero.
Hey, but no, does Falcon was Falcon like genetically?
Falcon had vibes. No,
he just had wings and guns.
He was Iron Man, but he was like in the army and the Rangers.
He might be weaker than Batman. Because
He is weaker than
Batman is because Batman ain't got no superpower.
Batman with preparation fucks up anybody.
Batman's superpower is the bank account.
Listen.
Oh, I can't whoop your ass.
The argument with Batman and somebody really crushed it was if Batman gets audited, he's fucked.
Yeah.
Like the IRS, that's the end of Batman's superpowerness. If he
Real quick, we seen an example of Batman's being audited when Bane turned off that nigga lights, took all his money,
and broke
his mask, and threw that nigga in a hole. Real shit. When that nigga Batman was broke, nobody, they was like, nigga, what truck, nigga, Bruce who? We don't know you know one nigga, you got $1. Fuck out of here.
Taking Batman.
The bitch in the crib was about to smash, they turned the lights off.
Listen,
Batman
smart.
Batman with the suit beats Iron Man's ass. It's not a question. Iron Man can't fight. Iron Man can't tussle. He gets straight and then blast. Okay, so you're telling me Batman has the same suit he fucked Superman up in?
Yeah.
He's giving Iron Man work because he can fight. He can fight.
He's so smart.
He can fight.
Tony Stark in the suit is Iron Man. Tony Stark out the suit.
Batman, Superman, Superman. I'm not disagreeing. Especially the little one, the nano suit.
Okay,
So you're telling me Batman Shock being naughty ass right now?
I got Static Shock being naughty ass right now. Static Shock.
Whoever's fighting Batman in the first round, they're whooping Batman's ass. Once Batman know what the fuck you doing, round 2 and over.
Batman beats a lot of shit,
But round 1,
right here.
because he has a Batman got a plan for everybody. Batman got a plan for everybody.
First and only time
that Batman ain't beefing with.
First and only time
he got a plan for himself.
And I'm a Batman fan. If y'all only meeting one time,
He's scraping. You scraping.
you straight to the shit out of Batman.
You can say the same.
Can I get to it? And then we can move on.
I love the Dark Knight movies.
Yo,
I'm like one of
the first thing is Batman without a suit is still Ryu without the dudes. First.
He definitely can fight.
He can help him.
That's why I say color the Falcon.
And he knows how to get some pussy because he's rich. You know what I'm saying?
So that in itself will make him more dangerous than a lot of
Nine times out of 10.
Back to him.
That's what I'm saying. He got hands.
Tony Stark getting
Now back to him and Jackie Chan fighting.
Tony Stark getting no good.
Hold on.
Tony Stark without the suit is getting beat up by everybody in the room is giving Tony Stark a nice one of these. Like, elite. Oh, shit. He put that suit on. It's a different story. Because I can blast and fly and shit. He never was a rolling nigga. He was like, my suit makes me strong and I can blast shit.
And my second point was, no disrespect to Bruce Lee, who was the godfather and cold as fuck, but Jackie Chan was the first nigga to use the environment to fuck you up. That's why they have
ladders, pails, bicycles.
That's why you have like him and Bruce Wayne in limbo. You understand what I'm saying?
That was that'd be a good fight.
So he can't do nothing, so he can't.
Yo, that nigga can't have a
All bullshit aside, none of them niggas fuck with Afro Samurai.
Well, Afro Samurai was cold too.
Hey,
Afro Samurai got busy.
First off, the blind nigga samurai. Ain't nobody fucking with the blind
Are
nigga
we on? We're on novelty still.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see this blind film.
Samurai Jack. Hey, he was cold too. What is
Samurai Jack, yeah.
Samurai Jack was
Hey, I'm
cold.
fucking with Black Lightning right now.
Yeah, what the good part about that? What the part
Prez, I'm with you.
bullshit?
I just
keep
think
Anybody else in the like anime and shit? You guys anime guys at all?
Nothing
You don't watch anime at all? Yeah.
Okay, hold on, real quick. We've been having this discussion for a long time. Between me, Jay, Cornbread, I don't know if Prez was in on the conversation, but we've been having this conversation for a long time. If y'all watch anime, Fist of the North Star or
And One Punch.
or One Punch Man.
One Punch.
I've only seen one round.
Me too, that's what I'm saying.
Fist of the North Star's a gangster.
Then he doesn't have enough information.
We agree to that.
Look,
We agree to
the
that.
greatest, the most
Hockey is fucking shit.
the most powerful superhero ever.
Oh, here he goes. Hold on. Have you guys heard this stance yet? This is great. Have you heard this dude? Listen to this dude. Listen to this idiot right here. Tell you who the most powerful superhero of all time is.
Tommy, the Green Ranger.
Oh.
He's right.
Now hold on. Let him give you the points though. Let him give you. He fucked all 5 of the Rangers up.
He jumped in the
By himself.
Hold on, look this. This nigga ain't even human. He's an alien. He's a clone of something. You know what I mean? He was made. No what?
Yeah.
So he don't even got a soul. He don't even got his soul.
He's a
Then now he don't only got the green the Megazord, the green Zord. He got the white
Double motorcycles.
he got 2 motorcycles. He got 2 giants that can run each other if he wanted to.
He got 2 songs to get you.
Shoot, he don't gotta be in them for him to be working.
My Gundam can jump it. My Gundam can jump it.
Biggest buildings, biggest buildings knocking over whole buildings. You know what I mean? So then, hold on, and then,
They got my hand fucked up right now.
this nigga, he the nigga, he the best. He the best. He the best. And nobody touched him.
If he got that gold chest plate on, it's really a problem.
He's still, look, he's still, and he's still on every season.
Right.
Am I the only one?
He's still on every season of Power Rangers.
Am I the only one who thought there was a severe underuse of the laser gun? Because I would have been busting the shit out of that.
Oh, yeah.
Like off the hip, I would have been a fat Power Ranger. I would have just been shooting the shit out. I'm not karate kicking nothing. I have a laser gun. That's unlimited shots. That's all of them.
Or whatever.
That's all of them. The tip of my gun. The battery died.
Fucking apple gun.
I'm pulling up in the car and I'm shooting out the window, unlimited shots. Bow, bow.
I'm pulling up to your crib with the Rita staff like, let my niggas.
Hey, but Tommy,
It's always
But Tommy.
he'll smash, he'll
And
smash.
hold on, and I'm gonna play Tommy will beat your ass too.
Hey, fuck Scorpion up. Y'all see that video?
He should fight Michael J. White.
Green Ranger. He took some MMA fights.
Tommy was weak.
Yeah, Tommy good.
He weak in real life.
Fucking Jason up in that.
He weak in real life,
Yeah.
man.
He was on Jason ass. He's like,
He weak in real life.
Busta Rhymes was on Mike Myers' ass too, but didn't count that.
He beat the fuck out of Mike Myers.
hey, but I don't know what Jay
I see you, Prez. You got Dick Tracy over there.
He said a big Drake.
Yeah.
What about Blade? Blade is a gangster. Blade is a
If it wasn't for Blade, we wouldn't have the Marvel movie.
Yeah,
we got right now.
What is that serial killer?
The best serial killer?
Freddy.
Like out of movies?
Like nightmare shit.
Oh, I thought you were talking about real life.
Freddy pretty cool.
The Punisher.
Darth Vader.
Punisher did go
He
crazy.
did kill a lot of people, man.
That nigga killed planets.
Nah, man, if y'all listen, if y'all haven't peeped Baki yet,
First
the
off, the
craziest
best serial killer
is
of all time
Baki's
was
pop.
Thanos.
Yeah. He was just like, why? Funny to the song.
He fucked up the whole planet.
And he said the serial killer Mike J.
Yeah.
He really killed the whole
That's what I'm saying. Darth Vader was killing planets.
Thanos was going around wiping out planets. He was a serial planet killer.
Oh,
So I'm saying
This is
though,
not where I expected this to go.
This the fuck shit. We like the fuck shit. You know what I'm saying?
facts.
Hey, we showed that, man. What they mean when they fuck shit?
Alright, now, beautiful segue, gentlemen. Perfect segue. We're talking fuck shit. My man said he got a single called Fuck Shit. They said they got a single. Talk to us about the song itself, the meaning behind the song. Give us we want the full, because we're going to keep talking more fuck shit, but let's talk about that fuck shit.
That song old as fuck.
He was too serious when he
First
said
song we
that.
made before we even decided to do a tape. But whenever like we play like the tape and we just run through the songs for like the guys or like anybody like when they hear it, it's like the first one they like react to like I feel like it's like it's kind of like the banger type like off rap like the beat kind of catchy and all that, so it's a good candidate for the first single. But yeah, it's fuck shit. I think was it the beat called fuck shit or did we name it just because we couldn't think of a title? We couldn't think of a title.
So you just went with fuck
It's just
shit.
about fuck shit, you know.
So what's the song really about then?
Fuck shit, like.
I like it already. I like it already.
You know, the beat just goes so crazy, like you just gonna fuck with it. Like it's just about like going out and shit, kicking
it. Fuck shit. Alright, man. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, gentlemen. I'm very excited about the project. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what you guys have next because, again, I've got to watch the growth firsthand. I don't know if I'll put you on y'all first show, but very close to. You know what I mean? Very close to.
Yeah, a lot of them too.
Yeah, we was at the Sheep heavy, man. We was really rocking back then. And so,
I miss the Sheep.
man, who don't? Who don't? The Sheep was so slept on as a venue.
We can't get it back? I know we can get it back.
No, they turned it into a wrestling gym. Like literally, a high school gym coach is renting it out. They got mats in there. And
What? I know Prez got some fight homies. We go in there with the best.
we do rap. We gonna fight for it.
The best man win. We taking all.
Dog, so one of them high schoolers posting a full Nelson.
We need to look
pissed
into
off.
Hey, you know what we need to look into? I don't know if somebody got it or what's wrong with it, but 4 seasons, motherfucker.
Facts.
That's what's
Facts.
That's where we that's where we started the actual like performance.
Yeah, Seasons did get it cracking, man.
They got a nice setup. We gotta get that
Bar none used
I
to get
shot the fuck
cracking.
Near Philly Shuttle 12 Twitch Tuesday at
We shot it at Wet Bar with Hypno.
2 hours in.
The outside
Talk
setup
that.
for 4 seasons is crazy.
No, but first off, when I had Kendrick Couture out there dog, I had a video of Vincent playing beach volleyball in Springfield, Illinois, with no beach. Okay, like we really kicked it out at the 4 Seasons, fam. Like we really found out.
I wish they like could do something with that.
Yeah. I don't. Okay. 1, 2. Everybody can look into it right now. It's bins in the building. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody there's bins in the building. It don't take nothing. One person to be like, all right, I'm brave enough to put my name on this. Here's what we need to do. Because really, it's acreage out there, fam. You can live. The pub had to live in upstairs. He would serve behind the bar with no shoes on. And then would complain when people ask for ice. You guys are all off drugs. You don't need ice in your drinks. Like, no, fam, you're off drugs.
Hey, we gotta get that sewer problem figured out.
Is that novelty blunts? Are we done with the so we got a double barrel shotgun. We've got the forearm. The tire iron. This joint's the tire iron.
Oh shit, yeah, we saw it.
Okay, novelty blunts are situated.
They got a wrench over.
We are now, alright, is everybody, so just so we're ready, the weed is prepped for the blindfolded blunts. take a look at the table. You're even allowed to put your blunt in your hand. You cannot break. Wait. You cannot break it down until you're blindfolded, and we're gonna make sure our blindfolds are good.
Is it a blunt in there?
I got one right here.
My fault, Prez. Blindfold.
You can't take it out the pack or break it down?
No, you can take it out the pack. You can take it out the pack because that's the most annoying part. But you cannot break the blunt down until you're blindfolded. Take a look over the table. This you. This is the Rollympics. I just want to shout out everybody again in the building. Everybody reintroduce yourself before we get into this last roll, because after this is smoking and judging, and we get to go home.
That's all right. I'll do it all.
You got the first judge, plug it.
Yeah.
Let's go on 19. Easy.
See, no take AP.
Trash Bandicoot.
What? Hold on, easy fucking kills here.
Y'all know what it is.
Right, still drop next week.
Ain't you over there running more laps, man? You going crazy.
Just to let y'all know, I rolled 4 blind once today.
Oh, for preparation, you cheated.
No, that's training. That's
I drive 80 miles an hour on the highway at night with no hands on the wheel.
All right,
Rolling blunts.
Using this, okay.
where's your blunt? You got your blunt? Yeah, take a look at the table, get ready.
Where's that? That's what I'm looking for.
They call me Murphy the ashtray.
I'll give you nice.
See, y'all too young for that, man. St. Lunatics was hot for a really long time.
First of all, Murphy Lee was the best rapper.
Woo! There's not an argument
I wrote
there.
my first song, so that what the hook gonna be.
You don't need no fucking hook on this beat.
No.
Murphy Lee was really spitting bars back when they
Bro,
Yeah, Nelly was a shit.
No.
Nelly was that nigga. But Murphy Lee was
Listen, man. I recently went to see Nelly. Wow, I'm kind of hot. I went to see Nelly recently. Shouts out to Amber. Me and her went. We had a great day. It was a fantastic time. Nelly sucks live.
You ready?
We saw him and shit.
Hey, but you know what's crazy? A lot of artists do though.
But his brother, City Spud, the one that was locked up, the Band-Aid he was doing all that for, City Spud looks like Nelly on drugs and is a better performer than Nelly at this point in their respective careers. Even though he's hype manning Nelly's set, Spud is the spectacle.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. And I don't know.
There's a lot of people that's trash live.
Nelly's too rich.
Split Star and Busta Rhymes.
But Busta still performs. Busta still goes, he still sweats. Nelly got off stage in a 30-minute set and only had a shirt off because they asked for it.
I wasn't talking about that. I was just talking about hype man that come up to the
to the level, yeah. Where you going, bro? What you
Get in the box. What about it?
right in front of you.
Oh, shit.
I see some cheating going on or something like that. This is not ethical.
This is dumb.
Shit, Twan already rolling. Twan said he thought
He like, nigga, I'll show you who prepped this.
I broke out his weed already too.
Touch that shit like piano.
You gotta do it like.
You gotta know he got them funny hands. He punches things for a living. You know what I mean?
Y'all see Nelly Luda battle or whatever?
Not
Luda battle.
The Nelly Luda watched him.
I heard the internet or something was fucked up.
Luda was
But
watching
it
him.
was just crazy because you start thinking about who really had like the most hits.
Luda.
Yeah.
Luda
Always.
was the king. But Nelly was the king too.
Like, can we be honest, man? Luda's probably one of the most underrated artists of his generation, man. He went through it with T.I. A lot of people stuck with the street guy. Luda had
Luda was the best at one time, but then he just stayed the same.
He killed every feature he got on.
Yeah.
every somebody song he got on, he killed that.
And then he turned into a cornball.
Yeah, this nigga went crazy.
He's done already? He's in that bitch Earl.
Better than all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, the cheese.
He's sitting like in the TV, he can sign at the bottom and shit. Yeah,
That shit was incredible.
he said, listen, Earl.
Yeah, slam it down. I hit the slam.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he's struggling.
Okay, all right. There you go. I thought it was straight, it was sideways, see? Hey, talk, you know?
What are you watching me out here?
isn't it?
How you know Milwaukee's though?
How you know we passing? I can hear y'all.
Hey, what's going on?
I can hear y'all walking.
I'm banging these over here.
I can hear y'all walking.
Wait, who's got the music going?
Oh, shit.
What the fuck is you doing?
That's why I was over here like, okay.
That was my ringtone.
I didn't know. I was like, is that? That was longer than 10 seconds. We might get sued for that, bro. That's licensing.
It's paid by.
We talking trash, man. Again, we appreciate everybody tuning in to the Mother Flubbin' Live. I can't read the comments from here. Leave the hearts, leave the likes. We'll be back with y'all next week to talk that shit. Of course, this one will be back tomorrow. We're gonna have edits, we're gonna have clips. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
Hey, Twan, stop cheating.
Yeah, I know he's doing something.
Always. He rolled that blunt in 22 seconds flat. He said, nigga, I've been training for this my whole life.
I ain't rolled no blind blunts today with the fuck.
Maybe you should have.
I should.
We having a good one, man. Y'all back there, y'all high. Y'all get there.
Yeah.
We high. We getting there. I don't know, man. We still got 10 more blunts to
High as hell, boy.
5 categories, 2 blunts apiece. We will be scoring.
Why ain't say my weed?
Bro, I don't know why.
I could have just saved my shit.
Y'all would have been smoking right
We supposed to
now.
be smoking these each contest. Like,
Yeah, it's all right, but then we wouldn't have been smoking the whole time, though. You feel what I'm saying? We would have been waiting for
we should have
this.
smoked after each round.
I was talking shit about my weed.
That way we can really.
Well, because you got to judge.
We're gonna send each one through. Everybody
Each one through, everybody gonna hit it. You know what I
Put a
mean?
little card in.
Y'all ready?
I'm just strictly here for numbers, bro.
Because by the time we get to this third one, I'm gonna be fucking.
I already said I'm gonna be sleepy, but I'm not gonna
Okay,
be
you feeling
asleep.
That's it. Can we get a hand clap? We're at the conclusion of the inaugural
That
Rollympics.
completes today's event.
So we're gonna pass around a stale blunt. The 20 minutes in the fucking micro, that's crazy. We're gonna do a wet blunt. We've got a backwood, novelty blunt, and of course the ninja blindfolded blunt. I think you cheated, Twin. I don't know.
He said, I think.
Yeah, but I think you should. You put it on or we're not too long.
He said, when I took it on off.
You can see through that.
Double barrel.
Yeah. When he rolled out, he
Pass it.
was looking.
He said he was focused. That's why I said his other senses was working.
We have any other fans?
Did y'all see that little article about, I don't know if it was fake or not, but Beyonce playing porn? That wasn't fake.
I hate it.
No, it's fake.
Yeah, but
That shit would have been.
That's it. 6 judges.
That shit would have been
That's
nuts.
gonna be hard.
So, okay, we're gonna send the,
They got 6
That's
pins.
how we judging?
so,
They got 6 pins.
it's gonna go this way. Now, Cannon, we gonna hit it. When the first time around, bang, bang, bang.
Should I switch
Bang
seats?
around, back here.
Should I switch seats?
Nah, look, you good. Now, Cannon, boom, 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 little S, then we hit the left. Who got the light? Still blank.
There you go.
Alright.
25 cents a flick.
That's my blunt first.
That's the name.
So am I gonna get yours first every time? And then that way I can. So Prez's blunts are gonna come. So judges, just so you know, each first blunt of each round is going to be Prez's blunt, so there's no confusion as to whose is whose. So
Let's sanitize.
everybody standing up.
Do we have a pin?
Oh, God.
Alright. We didn't have no forks.
Ain't no
We don't have no pins. I got one.
That's why you need to sit over here. Can't say you pass the pin on.
That's what I said.
We'll pass the pen with the
blunt. Pass the pin with the blunt.
We making it up as we go.
We got vacuums, file cabinets. We got.
Alright, man. And just like and gentlemen, just like the Olympics, we're up to 10-point scoring system. 10 is perfect, and you are allowed to use dots. So if it's a 7.8, it's a 7.8.
Okay.
Cool.
But it's about how they did.
And you're allowed to use fractions.
It's about how they did.
Points.
Give a nigga 0. Yes. It's about the zero fractions, Kenny.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're losing on fractions. Alright, man, so this is President Stale Blunt. Correct?
Stale Blunt.
We're going on looks everything, right?
That's the way. Bro, he shit there.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
How does it look? Or we're not doing looks, we just doing smoking.
Yeah, we're doing it. However you want to judge it. Look.
Great. Yeah, like we should pass it around like before you light it so we can, you know what I'm saying?
So this is mine. Here, this is mine. This
Okay. Okay.
I cut my writers, keep the pen. I still write a notebook, so we good.
I got the official results on the Gmail if you want.
Nice. This is a podcast.
I'm in the black right now, man.
I'm telling you all the stuff.
I know real quick and then.
My fault, I'm still right.
It's Prez, because Prez right here.
That's the Prez Stale Blunt. You got a pen over there, Means? You got one for the back row?
Baby, I keep a notebook still.
In the pen back when you.
His phone only working Wi-Fi, so he can't
Huh?
They call me Still.
That's STEAL.
He come over He said he come over and got the clap the whole we did clap. The whole time.
You ain't still enough. Whole time I'm in there touching shit like this.
Alright, so this is the Antoine Stale Blunt. Everybody get in. I'm about to spark this motherfucker.
It's crazy.
Make sure y'all looking at the craftsmanship too. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the line is straight and stuff. No, I ain't seen it. I don't even look at the competition. No, I said that we're having competition.
Instead of Still one that's Prez Still.
That easy, that's just Still.
I need a pen.
Let me hit this nonsense.
How you gonna stick your mark? Oh, I threw it in the water.
That's Prez Still one. I tried to toss it on the table.
That's the one that's already judged.
Everybody judged.
Damn
I tried to toss it on the table like this.
That ain't no foul. That ain't no party foul. That ain't no party foul.
We already judged it. It's a party foul for sure.
Alright, I mean, this is a party. Is that like a nut
Don't take that off the judge. Don't take that off the judge.
Which one's a stale, you know, like the one that's going to happen.
Yeah, should be the point. Hey,
I need a
You trying to get my score deducted?
yeah, just a little bit. I mean, I didn't do nothing.
Pass me the cookies.
I didn't do anything, bro.
It's out of 10, right?
Out of 10, and you can use fractions, 0 to 10.
The straws in so you can suck all the caramel out.
Is this another one?
It's the other scale, right?
This is another stale?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Antoine. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't started the next category yet.
We coming around with the pen. You see, look, party foul.
I need the pen.
Party foul. That's the point. That's a point.
Means you like, oh, you're gonna
Hey, where the pen at? Okay, alright, so we're gonna wait.
Oh yeah, you a real
We
fat
only got one.
skinny man's body. He a real fat nigga. Skinny man. I would've did some shit like that. It was in my ass.
My man, he made it think of see, only two certain shit is the husky homies you can't do in public. Like you really want to, but you ain't.
You put hot sauce on Cheerios.
Me, I was like, man, I'm doing that.
Hot sauce on Cheerios.
You need a pen.
Yeah, I need a pen.
Party foul. It's coming, man.
Alright, wet blunt.
Go ahead.
I need both wet blunts.
Sharing this can.
blow.
I need a wet blunt.
Who's wet bloods first?
Prez, we're gonna go Prez's blunt first every single
Every
time.
single time.
This was still,
That's
bro.
what you were saying.
Oh, they gonna press this wet blunt right here.
Oh, shit.
What's this? It's really not now.
Fuck it. Party. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Nigga, it was an accident.
It'll get dry.
So y'all even now, huh?
I got my foul on too.
So minus the point for you too.
Well, hey, it's all right.
I'm gonna be honest. This motherfucker's still wet.
I'll
Get 2 shots for the ball.
It's all right. Look, I got my elbow back.
An intentional foul.
I'm coming off the trampoline to block his shot.
That was intentional.
There's an unintentional foul and an intentional foul. Yeah, that motherfucker's still
Say
wet.
rough housing on the play.
Call me Robin. No homo.
You passed the pen too?
Got my block open.
He really did that shit in the water.
My bad. It was an accident.
Alright, no more blunts in the water. We're trying to get high.
Yeah, my bad. See?
Oh, we gonna be high. Shit, I was halfway high when we started.
Wet blunt.
Twan's wet blunt?
He's right. That's what I'm wrong.
So I'm supposed to light the smash then, correct? I got you, man. I'm being funny. Looks like a cigarette. That's a good roll.
No, he's altering the product after the.
Oh no, that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Tampering after it.
Ain't no tampering.
The round's over.
Ain't no tampering.
Prez, right?
Yes, sir.
That's a point off.
Hell no.
Wet over.
He's over here shaving points.
Wet blood.
Yeah, that's like a cigar. You gotta bite the end of the cigar. You gotta cut the end of the cigar. This ain't even special. Look, there's 2 blends and he just, come on, man.
Y'all both just put 2 blunts in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What's this, the wet one?
True.
Is your wet one?
True.
When you already know me, fuck you.
Actually, mine's 4 blends.
Mine is 2.
Okay.
5, because I used the 5th one to hold it together.
Oh, shit.
You cheated.
Cheated. Just like he was,
It's called blunt days.
cement.
I could have used the rest of that goddamn backwoods. It was like 4 leaves in it.
It was like this long, like a back wing. Oh. So you didn't use all of the blood?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was like, bam. What's up? Man, my phone over there. I'm trying.
Damn, player.
I did Prez first backwoods.
So how do we feel? Partially through the judging of the Rollympics?
It's like we're the champion at this point in the year. So, we got some practice.
I'd like to say the steel blends didn't turn out bad.
No,
I'm gonna say,
right now.
I know, yeah.
Swan's wet pending.
Okay, damn, niggas ain't never had it, man.
Oh, no.
I'm talking shit.
An event like this, we need.
Food.
I said we pulled up, it was wings. I said, oh, we get wings. He said, hell no.
I get wings.
And y'all get crazy.
My mom made me food. She made me food.
See if she'll cater.
Let's see what we get. Hold on.
That's what we need. We need an official snack sponsor.
Because right now it's calamari.
It's still like
I made it like that. It's called liquid magnet. Magnet.
So now we're on our backwoods. We got some wood smoke. Y'all smoke woods for real? Okay. So this might be more up y'all alley than mine. Now I don't want to do it wrong, you know what I mean? Like this end?
Okay, we're gonna like Betty.
Rip, you.
Like the fattest thing.
The fattest thing? Yeah, that's my bad.
Yeah, I'm like, you tuck this one in.
I'll take it in. That's my bad.
I usually rip mine at the end, whatever mouthpiece I want, I rip the extra on.
You learn something every day, kids.
Yeah, we got a nice competition here, I would say.
I would like to say it's pretty close.
Round 1 and 2 are very.
Jesus was a white man.
That shit cool.
Yeah.
We're doing that? Are we doing that on this episode?
What?
This man just said Jesus is a white man because he's been playing favorites for years.
He's been playing favorites for years. That ain't my nigga, man. Come on, man. So my nigga look out. Jesus.
I need that pen, Blair.
Right here.
Look out.
Ready?
Is that the next topic?
He said that's the next topic.
He said, nah, we ain't going into I'm just fucking around.
He said, "Woo, Whaley."
He ready.
He did that
Talk
real
about,
clear.
yeah, Meezy, talk about the Quran.
He said not
That's the first one you ever wrote.
Yes, sir.
Get that boy Nina for me.
What?
That boy nice.
Nice. Oh.
He said, get that boy nigga. I like
Beginner's luck is a real thing when it comes to roll.
Yeah, my first wood.
And that's a very smart strategy to wait until your first one for the actual competition.
Wow. Okay. So you call it.
So you had him like on the edge?
No, it's kind of like you kind of got on me real quick.
Yeah,
So
you know what I'm saying?
but
First wood looked like what, Bees? It was nice. It was pretty nice.
Prez is wood.
What's that one you
That was a game of wood.
but look.
I'm gonna cut you some slack for this your first one.
Okay, but
This
look.
bit's decent.
Let me get
I smoked. Oh, my bad.
Get that boy nigga.
I rolled 50 blunts for my birthday.
Yeah, you did. We smoked blunts like that week after on the show.
Y'all see this?
Nigga, oh no. Who's gonna come apart?
Oh,
That was that part too though, so I ain't just mentioning it, but that was it.
Okay. That's the Prez wood. Look, the Prez wood is apart. You like that one,
Now determine on where they come apart at.
Which judge?
These wet ones still.
what blood coming back around? Look at that. Hey, that should be taken into consideration too.
You should have pen.
I thought it was over here.
No, we already judged the wet blood. It's first pass. Now we just getting high.
Okay, damn.
You're only judging on first pass because then the flavors altered, the press, niggas pressed it, put the weed back and all that shit.
Yeah, you're right.
So judging is only on the first pass because these wet blunts still swinging.
What's this?
What was?
Yeah, it's just coming back
Yeah,
around.
just coming back.
Well, we
Yeah, we get two
Where's gonna be my first back?
I need a lighter.
I ain't gonna lie, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited to smoke this crowbar and this double barrel.
I need no smoke, I need a lighter.
I don't smoke woods, so I don't make that.
Uh-oh.
Testing it.
So talk to me, man, where we at now? 'Cause now we're
Look at that. A relight. A relight.
A rewind.
This round.
He asked it not to know.
Look at that. A rewind.
He asked it not to know. He knocked the cherry out the wood.
My cherry ain't come out.
No, but it's coming apart at the end though. Look.
Okay.
This round totally altered the game.
It's hidden though. You know what that is? And listen, I ain't gonna name drop, but anybody ever smoked with my old homie who used to host the joints at 2 olives and a pepper and he used to just lick the joint and tuck it?
Oh, shotguns, man.
Hey, I ain't gonna say no names, but if you older, you know who I'm talking about. Twan, you was with.
Totally altered the game.
One time we had a show.
I'm trying to get some smoke out
I judge.
I rolled that bitch too tight already.
There's too many holes.
That's what Tricky think about.
What you thinking about back there? What you thinking about? Just saying.
Alright, man, this crowbar about to come around. Y'all ready for this big muscle?
Jeez. I could get jiggy with that.
He said this full blunts. How much pot you think you got in here?
That's what they call. You call it pot. You call it pot.
When it's this much,
That's my uncle used to call it. What you doing? I'm gonna go smoke some pot.
Yeah, when it's this much, it's pot.
Smoking body and Leviosa.
Alright, I just want y'all to see this monkey shit. So there's my forearm and then there's the blunt. You feel what I'm saying?
I was always going to put it next. I like to put it next to the bottle. I like to put it next to the bottle.
Getting a little stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. It's not enough lighter for this.
You see that real deal? Here you go.
Is this some water?
Oh,
He had it.
you did. I was trying to get a second with my left.
Nah, nigga. Hold on. Dude.
I damn near need a torch
How often these shows going?
every single Wednesday.
Man, I'm gonna have to slide.
We don't smoke this big every Wednesday, but we do smoke.
That's why I need to slide. And we need to smoke this big every Wednesday.
Days ago, we get the thing.
What's up? What's you on, man? What's new with you, man?
Password is Blacksteele. It's the Wi-Fi. And the password is the same thing.
Let's get that pen back up. You still here?
We smoking a drumstick.
I'm here. You need to
Prez, what are you doing? Double Dutchy Dutchies?
What you say?
Yeah, you know how to work the pen?
Yeah.
But then people forgot because they didn't use notebooks no more. They had their phones.
There you go.
Be amazed and impressed.
I've been back busting for me.
How tough. That look nice though. I ain't gonna be no hater, man.
That's dope. Man, the double E. Shit. Cause I'm like this end, right? Cause this end look like two mouthpieces. Yeah.
Nobody from
I'm gonna be honest, man. He got clients at like 5 a.m. I don't know how he's gonna disperse this cloud.
This is my place.
Was it? Oh, I know. You know what? He got that movie fan in there, that big dumb tornado fan, the one they be standing in front of and their clothes be blown and shit.
It's the
The one they put in front of Michael Jackson in the bad video when they took the
It's almost like a joke. It's almost like a joke.
They come in and be like,
It's not like weed in here. So.
Okay, what we got here? I got the alley ring.
I call that
look at that drumstick. I don't know what you want to call that big mother.
It's natural. It's medicine.
I call that the Green Ranger.
Back row. Y'all back there, y'all a little quiet, fam. You ain't saying much of nothing. No, not you. The Rollympics came out, fam got his piece, I ain't heard nothing else. He broke it. What's up, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm straight.
You high, fam? Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
Hey, he got a podcast too.
Straight up, what's your podcast? Advertise, put on. You're allowed to do that here. We do that.
Podcast Coffee and Party.
Okay.
Saturday.
On YouTube.
Okay.
We try to get our platforms up. This our 49th episode.
Wow.
Yeah, we doing
We almost a year in.
I like that ones like this.
Why I'm just now hearing about it?
Shit. Yeah, they really good talk.
I should have been in here.
Look,
It's lit.
We've had some interesting guests. We've had some fun guests. We've had some informational guests. In almost a year's time, I can say we've really done a lot to try and elevate people and artists and people we deal with in the city.
Speaking of that, we got Smokey named her dudes, you know what I'm saying? He got a where they take initiative in the city, doing a lot of stuff for the community and stuff. So they got a merch line. They just put a little playlist out. Like on
I just got my sweater too.
a bunch of artists
Shouts out.
from around the city and overseas too as well. You know.
There you go.
Yeah.
Shouts out to everybody who's putting on for the put on, you know what I mean? If it only takes one, it's only gonna take one person to blow the spotlight to then be on the city in the area. And then it's the pipeline, you know what I mean?
Sure. And it's gonna happen real soon.
real green room.
There's double barrels dice too, but I ain't gonna flood.
Shit.
I think Blood gonna get his thing, man.
So talk to me, man.
I think Blood might be one, man. That boy Blood.
That's the person.
Yeah, Aaron, I ain't heard of it. He ain't heard of it.
What you got? You know what? It's a little quiet right now. I got a bunch of artists. Hold on, I got a bunch of rap dudes in here. We don't do it often. What's up, man? Everybody kick it 8, kick it 16. You know what I mean? I don't need no 32s. I don't need your whole album. Kick something short, kick something sweet for the people, man.
I don't even rap for real. That's
Ain't no doubt.
I lied to y'all, bro. I can't. I told y'all I wasn't really doing it.
Street artists.
I ain't like a rapper. I'm a fucking pop star.
You gonna say something to the people there?
I'm trying to sing and I do a cover real quick on YouTube.
Man, it's really
Yeah.
I see that young blood.
That ain't paying.
I don't got it. I still gotta judge my album.
Hey, no funny shit. Why you sounding like why you sounding like Cleveland Brown?
Yeah!
That ain't pen.
I need an ain't panner before Loretta gets in.
Chill.
Okay, this that double barrel.
Start off double barrel.
That drumstick kind of decent, ain't it? That motherfucker shrunk. It's still a whole blunt. Like I ain't even hit that shit.
That bitch just like a shotgun for real.
That's gonna be blowing for a minute too. It's smoking slow.
This is the jazz portion, y'all.
Hey, y'all tuned in.
Watch this BS.
And no, them clouds in the background, no, they real. We created them here in studio.
They just around.
Golly.
These motherfuckers ain't cumulus.
Huh?
These motherfuckers ain't cumulus.
Yeah, ain't none of that. Ain't no Cirrus, ain't no cumulonimbus.
Hell no. Oh shit, my devil bear. Hold on.
Yeah, you get your drumstick, Prez.
That's a big ass critter. What's that? That bitch big as hell.
We in the middle of the
Big ass mosquito.
That motherfucker got so skinny.
Yo. I will say this though, with everybody else, the ghost ain't done nothing, fam.
The ghost thing says
He ain't said shit. We got a ghost. He comes every week. He kind of hangs out in the ceiling and shit. But he thinks he'll get jumped this week, so I think he'll leave us alone.
Yeah, it's a real ghost agent, nigga.
We had a whole episode dedicated to the ghost.
I bet I jumped off the Hold up.
You funny. This man said, what you thinking, green, man?
No, I'm just thinking of a rap. Hold on.
What about an ain't pen?
I know this one. Keep that off easy. I know you freestyle all the time.
Hey, for 3,000 I do the job. Run through them, leave them shit goodbye. Turn them out, change the man slaying in his living room. Clean sweep, toss the broom. Black ski, black tee, leather gloves, make my hands chrome. I ain't a tune, this ain't a tune from a backpack coon. I'm a knapsack, trumping in the black dude. Beat a nigga black blue, then get the gap. Smack the nigga till he can't relate. I'm out. Recollect. Nah, okay. Cool. You got something you wrote.
I got something I wrote.
You got something you wrote. We high.
What you got, Fred?
They say it'll never last. When you high as giraffe. So high that I'm gone till November through autumn, no winter. My declaration to all of your niggas is I am an animal, not no gorilla. And rain, so you better grab Poncho Novilla. Eating your chocolates and all your vanillas. Butter pecans and the caramel contenders. And spilling the tea that's so bomb with the splendor. Ain't workaholic like Ambas and them. I hit her once and I bombed her again. Thus reproducing the toddler within the body of them while I'm off of the gym.
Black line, go.
What I learned off the Bombay, but no mighty ducks. Unless it's drunk driving and fighting punks. I'm airing my laundry to tidy up, just to have a clear conscience when writing stuff.
Shotgun.
You gotta have a piano for Black Pie.
It's a hit. Black Pie.
Black Pie coming 2021.
Serenading.
Anybody got the pen? I still got a
I do. I'm sorry. Oh, shit.
Somebody got we judging.
Yeah. This is blunt swinging.
Oh,
This
this is 10. I ain't gonna lie. Both of them is 10. So we ain't gonna go to it.
Everybody that looks pregnant is definitely.
These are contenders, man. Y'all can kind of roll, man. I want to smoke these blindfolded blunts, but to be honest, they look like regular blunts.
It's still really close.
We gonna still judge them.
Hey, these blindfolded blunts look like regular blunts from my vantage point. So I think there's gonna be a lot closer than I anticipated. Who do y'all give the slight edge? Who you think? Now you got guys who are smoking the blunts as they're coming by. Would you give yourself the slight edge, or you think your competition is one up when you're at this point?
Talk about me?
I'm talking both of you guys. Because now at this point you have smoked all of the blunts that have came through.
We smoking that double barrel?
No, we haven't.
All we're missing.
I feel like it's a lot of light skinned niggas that's voting I should win.
You said what?
Light skinned niggas do shit.
Hold on. Yeah, it's kind of bright. This motherfucker. Hey,
Prez said he got
I'm
this,
with you,
bro.
man. I'm caramel. I'm caramel leaning towards the dark.
look.
I'm at least 2 dollars.
I enjoyed that double burger. I enjoyed that. That was pleasant. Good job, son.
If we're going on, definitely.
I'm gonna say this, that double barrel was the best one on the table. Out of all the ones, the best one on the table.
The highest ranked is the double BZ.
Okay.
That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing at all.
Send that double barrel. Send that double barrel back.
Y'all read that?
I need that again.
Oh, it's coming, y'all. It's coming back. These big fuckers coming.
I already voted.
I need the pen, damn it out.
Not unless we're on to the blind.
Let me get that.
Judge everything.
So we got one more, right? That's the blindfold one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey. Hey, Lazy, you got something over there, man?
Who, me? Yeah, I got my whole
Oh, yeah. Oh, you already got it in his pocket.
All right, blindfolded.
No, I'm talking about rap, nigga.
Man, I'm talking about rap.
Oh, shit. I don't know. See, that's the reefer, man.
This the Prez.
Prez. It's really
This your blindfolded. Which one?
Yeah.
Which way do I light it?
Yeah. I saw them in my drink. No. Like that.
Let me get the lighter, Twan. Tell everybody it's not the Corona, it's the Coronic, bro.
Smoking on the
I ain't gonna lie, man. This looks like a regular rolled blunt. Y'all did pretty good. It seems like you roll blunts a lot.
Is it a regular roll?
Hey, I roll blunts. I can do it in the car. I can
Like,
do it
hey,
in my
I just
hand.
stopped by to smoke this with you.
They used to talk shit about me. Kenny, the only person I know, can drive the car, dip chicken nuggets, roll a blunt, and the only thing you spill is the weed. But the blunt be rolling though. It's a little barbecue in there, but it's fine.
Don't be afraid.
Nobody want no sweet and sour fish.
I need these smacks gone. I'm gonna eat them all.
It's the first, it's the blind.
Yeah. That's the big boy.
Oh, I'm about to say the bitch pack.
That's the Navi.
It's the blind. Blind
That's
roll.
the Navi right there.
But if you roll a 10 of blindfolds, I gotta give you give you one for sure.
Hey,
I don't know, man. I feel like I'm a hard judge.
oh.
Anybody else feel like they're a hard judge? They got low numbers on the board, or they got high numbers? Y'all got high
My
numbers?
shit high as fuck.
Medium numbers.
Shit like medium numbers? Yeah, that's how.
right now.
Huh?
That's the one way right now.
Shit high.
I try not to include myself.
This last
Like comparing it to how I would roll.
But see, I can't.
I'm comparing it to like, if I would have did that, it would have been low.
And I think that's partially my bias.
My shit ain't low
No,
like that.
I think that if I'm gonna give you a 10, it has to look like it just came out of the package. Like that has to
That's
be
what I'm saying.
the standard. You know what I'm saying?
See, the looks ain't always.
Generally-
Looks can be deceiving though.
No,
No,
fact.
but it's
I gave you
up how that bitch hit my chest.
But the blind was you do gotta.
But I'm saying generally when you're judging, so you don't know any less than seven. You know,
So you're saying the novelties was intense?
I did. I gave both.
no, the novelties is definitely what scored the highest, is what I'm saying.
My biggest judge was
Them novelty blunts were the highest.
the biggest judge was Woods, man.
First
blindfold. Yeah.
I'm in the Winter Rollympics. That's all.
I'm talking about the weed in it too, cause this one different.
Because this is Summer Rollympics.
Yeah. Twan, let me see that blindfolded blunt. Which end of my life? I died and laid to the side. You feel me?
That's that.
Look at that blindfold.
That blindfold.
Look at that blindfold.
There you go.
This is our final blunt of the Rollympics, number 10. Gentlemen, I would like to commend you.
The blind, the first blind.
It's coming around the
Okay,
corner.
I didn't
It's coming around the corner, nephew. I got boom. There you go, right over there. It's a lot of blunt swings. All right, now I do want to talk a little bit because you really rolled this motherfucker in like 25 seconds.
Yeah, that you got him.
Be honest,
Hey, world record for Rollympics.
We wasn't going.
No. I just I'm just asking for the commentary because everybody saw it on the video. That thing came fast. Prez was over here piano keysing with the weed. You know what I mean? He was Ray Charles and on the white keys. You feel me?
Hold on. Did anybody check his blindfold?
This is the blind.
That's what I'm questioning too, because he was.
Damn.
First off, bro, I roll blunts in the dark on the highway with my knees like this.
Thank you.
I don't sit on the sit on the road, bro. I ain't got time to look at the blunt. Once I put my hand on the blunt and I knew where the plate with the weed was at, it was curtains. It was curtains.
Because
I bust that bitch down. I never took my thumb out the middle.
Brad.
My thumb is the
You said if the quality is to make it look like it came out the pack, check this and send that to the back.
Ain't no.
He said we gotta go change it now.
Man, that's
Hold on.
No,
This shit hit.
come on, man.
I ain't gonna lie.
We do a show together.
This shit. He wrote that shit fast as fuck. Bro.
Because of any point with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to him. He don't even roll a regular blunt that thing. Y'all stop.
Because this shit.
He put the blindfold on and he became Superman.
The best thing was to roll wasn't regular. A stale one, that take time. A wet one, that take time. A motherfucking backwood, that take time.
Blind blunt.
You feel me?
Oh, that's right.
Now, regularized one, well, you know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is, hey, eyes closed. That ain't gonna take, that shouldn't take too much time. I can say that. You feel like you can roll a blunt?
Oh, for sure.
Okay. So you're saying that you and Brad in the Winter Rollympics?
Whoa.
You and Brad?
You agreed in the Winter Rollympics.
The PhD.
We need to know who else wants to be in the, so ain't no lie. Who else wants to be in the Winter Rollympics? I think we should extend it and have 5 Rolympians.
Yeah,
Y'all coming to judge that? Folks said I'm with it. Yeah.
That's some gorilla cake.
Gorilla cake?
This one gorilla cake?
Gorilla cake.
Yeah, I like gorilla cake.
Now, I have a question. Because I
can tell you joke on.
I know it's the first Rollympics and we're, setting the tone and getting everything together. So, is it gonna be blunts only, or is it gonna be open to joints and raws?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Are we gonna diversify?
I think everything's up for consideration.
No, not stuffing cones like
No, because you can fuck up a stuffed cone too. I've seen that happen.
It's hard.
You gotta
It's fucking hard.
have a cover or some shit.
You gotta have them hands like this, bro.
You gotta be heavy-handed as fuck.
Straight arthritis.
Jamming that bitch in there. You gotta try to stuff all nuts.
At one point, I really thought about trying to learn how to roll with my feet. You never know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying. Somebody do
Buddy
it.
with the little.
People do it.
You smoke like something.
Hey,
People
you know
do
what?
it.
Hey,
No, I'm just saying.
I know y'all see these little buddies with dreads with little nuts. Folks are holding roller, I know. Nah, I don't know, my fault. But that nigga's nuts.
Like, I know everybody smoking, but I'm gonna practice it on my own.
Yes, sir. He's out here.
I'm gonna start with breaking it down. I'm gonna get it mastered, breaking it down.
Something just happened. Oh my goodness, he hurt him with that one. He hurt him with that one.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
He hurt him with that one? He hurt him with that one. Just a strong hook to the body. That last one, he broke that thing.
Okay, did he do it fast or was
No, it was like he ducked the straight and while rising to like the
Did he do it fast?
That's what it was.
Or was he rushing?
Can we give it 11?
Wait till they come back on.
Give it perfect 10.
Can we get Russian?
See, that's what my party foul would have came
Can we
in.
give it
but I messed up, see?
And I will say that I added points for speed
That's very
because that was definitely impressive.
That's very
You know what I'm saying?
See that film? Everybody got their scores, Charlie?
I need a pen.
Real quick.
Oh,
I'm gonna put that out.
My brain like, nigga, what the hang on to the end of the round, nigga? My brain like, what the fuck is you doing to me?
It's a lot of weed.
Gotta hang on to
Just gotta hang on to the end.
No, just grapple that.
Next month, we order some shake. Fuck that.
There's too many sweets.
Full guard.
Salt, yeah.
Salt, get a sugar headache.
let's not get no wings. I'm cool.
Dirty rat. I came in, I smelled the sauce, I said, ooh, he likes it. No.
That nigga back at 20 piece of brother nigga.
It's about 15.
I was gonna say, straight protein pack.
He said that is.
Oh, you good.
They still coming? Look to the left and the drink still coming. Look to the right and the beef still coming.
Whenever y'all done, I need the pen. And then after that, we'll tally these joints.
With a pen.
I need his blind. This is his
Blind. Oh,
They all came already.
I know where your blind at. I need it again.
ah, okay, funny.
I think that's it right there.
Yeah.
That's his. That's it. That's his. My right there.
Already went through. It already came around.
Like a motherfucker though. My first thing.
Shit.
You got the pan, bro.
That's a good ass conversation.
Me.
Oh, yes, sir.
Also, motherfucker.
This motherfucker still around too. I got more driving me on.
Oh, the double barrel in the big drum.
We hit with the double barrel and the sniper at the same time.
I hope he passed out when he got me. I'm gonna shoot it over there. There you go.
You see it, man. He too anything cold.
You got me back.
Hey.
That was the one.
He's coming up.
If I was at the crib, I'd be like, I'm done.
You good, nephew?
Who's tallying us?
Looking like Simone and shit.
Looking like Derrick Rose.
I told him, I'll tag him in the picture and say, that nigga is the
Hey, Twan, you remember the D-Rose phase?
That shit always gonna be fun.
They'll cover the
Don't
two.
even look like Derrick Rose. Just don't know what you do. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
get that all the time.
All the time, bro. All the time.
Man, that's probably what it is. Like when they be calling her chance, so damn, bro, okay, shit, over shit. Like champion like that, I don't think that's funny.
Shit. What's up? We about to tally these up? I think, is everybody voting?
Yeah.
I need to pay
See that card.
These coming in twos. Look.
Count your max score.
These coming in twos.
Count your score per category. You feel what I'm saying?
Them coming in twos. They gotta come in twos.
You said count what?
Just your max. I forgot it's only one blunt per.
Oh, wait,
Wow. Shit. Yo,
I need a
So
pen.
what are we doing again?
Just the total of all five.
Up for one person.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got to
Niggas knew what this was about. You got to get that together.
It's recorded.
The Rollympics will do that.
Look, we got everybody in this.
We've been having background conversations this whole time. Congregation in this thing.
Y'all niggas don't be blowing gas, bro. Stop saying y'all blowing gas and pulling up with the windshield washer.
AP Animals.
He snapped. He said, "Y'all pull up with the trans flu." I said, "Yo." Oh, man, snap going crazy.
So what though? Hey, can I mention something real quick?
What's up?
I feel like we should have judged it upon like the whole blunt, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
cause this bitch right here,
Going back to
at the end, cause at the end of the other one, it wasn't, you know, I couldn't really get no
Now
more.
it's
Still smacking us.
You can change your vote. Votes aren't done yet. It's your scorecard.
Which one was this?
The one before the last.
That's that biggest one, ain't it?
Yeah, that's the novel.
That's that novelty.
Well, yeah, I mean, it ain't gonna make a difference.
Yeah, it's still swinging.
Yeah, it's still the same.
It's kind of
Y'all ready?
It's close, it's close.
You don't wanna see me.
Y'all rolled up, man. I would like to
Easy
see
got
that
the biggest difference, I think. What's yours supposed to be? Maybe
a Rollympics.
you know?
the inaugural Rollympics. Wow.
Wow. My shit close. It's only a 0.5 difference.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need the pen one time.
Bro, it took me forever to get my hand off my leg.
Can I see your card, dog? Can I see your card?
No,
I didn't see
man.
everybody else's card. I didn't see everybody else's.
Sorry, man. I know both. It's personal.
So are we just announcing the winners, or are we announcing scores and all that? What's up?
Yeah, so
Let's just read off our scores.
Everybody write this shit down.
Yeah, let me get one. Let's get the pen. Let me get the pen.
But now this bitch hit the kid and later, okay?
Everybody tally up?
Yeah.
Nope, I need a
I ain't
pen.
gonna say I'm on my opinion. This is opinionated. That's cool.
Greg, I swear to high, I'm not
Got
God.
a second.
We got this punch, man. Y'all want to cut that bud?
I hope the people outweigh these drinks.
I was with Brett, but he going the other way. I don't you.
Who want to cut?
Oh, yeah.
You might want to cut?
Yeah, at first that bitch was.
Real this podcast, man.
Oh, I got that about me too. That's actually a gym version of a hot
Yeah,
tub.
y'all can see that it's really going down in here. If y'all not paying attention, it's really going down. If you can see the judges are really deliberating. It's really
Wow.
Third time, of course.
I've got it within 2 points.
Dog. I got within 0.2 points.
It's really a 1.9, but I'm calling it 2. I've got it within 1.9. Is everybody else's scorecard really close like that, or am I tripping?
My shit 2 points on.
Yeah.
2 point, about 2 point. That's what I'm saying. I got a 1.9 difference.
My shit 0.5.
You got pretty close.
I did the point type shit, so it like evened out like on each.
Wow. No, we're gonna announce. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 judges. It's an odd number of judges. I'm gonna go absolutely last, so I'm the tiebreaker vote. You got me?
Okay.
I will go
So you
absolutely
need
last.
4 to win.
You need 4 to win.
So we just saying who? We not announcing the score.
You can give your scores.
I see that thing real quick.
Who won your card?
I'm gonna keep
We
count on
gotta
this.
give out reasons for these rounds.
Yeah, you can talk that.
I done seen everybody card, and I want to see some reasons.
Talk that. Alright. This is a long episode. This is a 3-hour.
Hey.
I think we started at
Rollympics.
Rollympics.
Alright, man. Who wants to start?
Well, they
We go right here. We go
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Alright, should I go? Alright, so for the still one, I had to give Prez a 6. I had to give still an 8. For the wet one, I tied him up 7.
Okay.
Reasons. I mean, no, the rest was decent.
The what's was this?
Alright, yeah.
Why the advantage?
Man, shit, for the still one, that shit was just a little bit. The wood, I had to get out with Prez like 8 or 9.
Ooh.
The wood, I wasn't really feeling for it. But it just went ahead for me. But I know everybody else was saying that shit was hitting, so it could have been.
Alright, what'd you give him?
Well,
Okay. That's smoke.
Crucial.
Alright.
especially, I had to give Prez a 10. The double barrel wasn't really hitting like that for me, so I had to give it a 7. And for the blind joint, I would have had to get it, you know what I'm saying? Prez shit was hitting, you know what I'm saying? I had to give it 9.5 just because bro shit was hitting, so I had to give it a 10.
So, alright, even just on the quick look, Prez won this one. He has the high, you won on this card.
Okay.
Alright, so that's 1. What you got, 19?
Alright, so for the still, Prez, I gave it a 7. It was decent. Wasn't bad. Still, I gave it an 8.5. It was hitting a little bit more than me. For the wet, I also thought Stills was hitting a little bit more. I gave that an 8. Prez still got a 7. Back-to-back 7s. For the wood, first wood ever, nice. I gave it a 9.
Nice.
Fucking with that wood. Still, I had to like hold it, play the flute and shit. It was kind of hard to hit. Some holes and shit. I had to give it a 5. But like DZ said, other people said it was hitting, so I might have just had to get past the holes and shit. But for me, novelty. The extendo, that shit was a little bit more than the extendos I'm used to. That shit was big. And pause. I'm a Harry Potter fan. That shit was like a 1. And that shit was hitting. That shit was impressive. So that's 10.
Yeah.
But that double barrel also was hitting. That shit was coming. That shit rubbed my nose and some more shit. Pause. That shit a 9.5. That shit was very nice. The blindfold, I had to give the 8.5 on the first one. The second one a 10, just because he wrote that shit so fast. It was a pearl. It was hitting hard. That shit was, I wish I could have given it 11.
All right, who won on your card?
0.5 edge goes to Prez.
Oh, Prez is up 2-0. Okay.
Alright, so for that stale joint, I get that first one an 8. I get that second one a 7. That first one, I don't know, that first one was hitting, it looked good, you feel me, all that. Then that wet joint, I gave that first one a 5. That motherfucker was ugly. Mouthpiece was a little off. Then I gave the second one an 8 type shit. And that wood, this coming from a real wood roller I got. I'm talking about Earl with them bitch. I don't know if you seen one around. You know what I'm saying? That wood, that first one I gave that motherfucker 6. The first wood, I gave that motherfucker a 6. Okay. That second one, when it got to me, I didn't even know what was going on. I gave that motherfucker a 5. You know, but novelty, I gave that first one a 9. That bitch was hitting for sure. I mean, definitely was hitting. But that, I ain't gonna cap that double barrel. That bitch, I'm talking about shotgun shells to the chest. First hit, hold on. Then that blindfold, they tied it up type shit. They both was, it didn't matter how quick you roll, they both. Then was it both for the same weed or was it 2 different weeds? It wasn't the same weed.
No, I had a different weed. I was that one weed.
That was that first one had a little different taste, and I ain't tasted through all the other ones. So I was like, okay, but they both was tied up.
Little
But unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? My man still got the 2 point, 38, 36.
2-1. Alright, back row, what we talking about?
Back in the game.
Alright, for that first one, that still one, y'all both got an 8 on it.
Okay.
Hit the same beat. For the wet one, Prez, you got the 6, only because of the way it looked.
I wasn't really seeing how it looked.
Hey, that mouth getting low.
It was decent.
We might have fucked it up.
Still wet, he got a 9.
Oh, 9.
It was hitting.
Yes.
For the wood, Prez gave you because it was your first one, it was a 7.5.
Okay.
It was coming apart when it got to me.
That's why I gave you the edge though. Your shit was hitting that first time.
And still, I gave his wood at 8.5.
Ooh, so by the time it got back
I
there.
don't know what they talking about, but that shit was hitting on me. Alright. Now for that motherfucking stem though, that's a 10. Solid 10.
Yes.
Still, that motherfucking double barrel, solid motherfucking 10.
Yeah.
Blindfold, press, gave you an 8.
Okay.
Still gave you a 9.5.
Oh, we're tied up. After 4 judges, we're tied up.
It's not tied up. It's a 5.5 advantage still.
Yeah, so the game is 2-2. At 4 judges. You're the 4th judge. Wow.
Yeah, you know Mr. Statistics adding it up over there.
If it's tied after these 2, I hold the key. But we'll see how it goes.
First, I would like to say quarantine EP out now. Friday on Bandcamp, but right now you can listen on SoundCloud if you want to.
That's your thing? That's your thing?
Yeah.
For sure.
Word up. So on the stale joint, I gave both of them a 7, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just setting the tone, like they was like, alright, this is what it is. Both of them were pretty pearl. They hit like shit to me. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, you know, 7's cool. We'll start out with right. So then we go to the wet joints. I got Prez with an 8.1. She had a nice pearls for the wetness, you know. Like I gave 7.5 on the pearl, and then it hit with another 0.6. And then on the Blacksteele, the Mr. Phillips, we did the 8.3 because where he had similar pearl, his punches was a little bit harder, you know what I'm saying? So he got the slight edge on that. Now we go to Woods, I got Prez a 7.8 versus Steele with a 7.6.
Wow.
For it being his first one, I'll give it to him. And his was, by the time it got to me, it was coming apart less than the Blacksteele one. You know what I'm saying? I feel like both hit equally, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of got a slight edge on looks, you know what I mean? Novelty. Now, I first settled on Prez at 8.7, right? And then I was like, well, wait a minute. He said it's 4 blunts, and I took a closer look at the engineer. So that easily bumped it up to a 9.3.
9.8?
9.3.
9.3
for Prez.
Okay.
The shotgun. So then the shotgun from Mr. Steele, I came with the 8.3. A great design. However, I don't know if, you know, the build-up was starting to come when it got to me, so it didn't really, it kind of jammed a couple times, you know? So we went to 8.3 on that one. And then the blind, right? See, okay, and so this is basically between the novelty and the blind. So the blind Prez got 8.5.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everything hit good, had a nice curl, solid blunt there. Twan's blind, however, I gave a 9.7 because speed had something to do with it, and you can't say that it didn't.
This is close.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga set a world record as a Rollympics. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
once to give him 11, he would have got that.
And so by my calculations, I had Steele with a 0.2 difference.
Whoa, 0.2.
Yeah. And that's how it rolls at the Rollympics. Because it was going either way up until the last two, and they both just like, hey, man.
So the game is 3-2 Blacksteele.
Man, it was tough.
That was
tough, bro. We had some great competitors, and I thank you guys for serving our country. So.
Alright, Measy Killerfield. I don't know what you got over there, man. You got the hot car.
Either right? No, you're right.
If what's y'all doing?
Hey, settle down, everybody. Come on.
The stale joints kind of amazed me a little bit. I was kind of surprised about it. So I had to go like 8.3 for Prez and 8.7 for stale. That bitch was hidden, you know what I'm saying? And then for the wet one, I mean, y'all did a hell of a job. We watched y'all, this white one, Chris Angel, David Blaine shit. It was real soaked in water. Perfectly. So at that point, I had to go 8.7 Prez, 8.3 still.
Okay.
So that's a tie right there, right?
Yeah.
So then we had, what was the next one? By that time I was at Space Jam, so.
How's that wood?
Yes, this is the key factor. So I went Prez with the 9, because I bet you said. But I went 8.5 with still, it's just because it was rolled nice, but it just wasn't hitting, you know what I'm saying? So at that point, when we got to
the novelty blunt,
I was like over here freestyling in my own head and shit. Young bitches is off the, like them TNT, like in jail. Listen, let me tell you something, in jail, when you get into a fight, they call that shit 10-10. 10-10, that shit's crazy. So, because them bitches was nasty. You had, like, it takes me back to the Power Ranger conversation. Green Ranger, White Ranger, you could fight them bitches, you got the power and you got down. Them bitches was just 10, I couldn't dispute neither one of them. You know what would have been perfect if you just like take something else around them and put it together and pass that bitch around and make it Megazord. The last one, I don't even know what the fuck that was. What was that? The blindfold? I was blindfolded too, so we're gonna go 8.5 Prez and 9 for Steele. I don't even remember whose blunt I was hitting at that point. Like, it just like, hey, it's a tie.
Wow.
It's a tie, it's a dead.
Wow.
It's a tie?
Yeah.
He's got a tie.
Nice.
So it's 3-2 majority decision that way on the tie card.
Yeah.
So which way did you go?
Man. I guess I'm a tough critic, man.
You gotta write your numbers down.
Right now,
we gonna have the official results, man.
Right now, it's currently a majority decision, Twan's way 3-2 with a tie card.
Let's talk about it.
Right? So if my card says that he wins, it's a tie. And if my card says that he wins, it's a majority decision his way, right?
Hey, let's go.
This is nerve wracking.
No, if Twan gets it, he wins. That's 4.
Yeah.
It's nerve-wracking.
Majority decision.
Yeah, it's not rare.
Majority decision.
You offered to go last.
I did. All right, man. I got you. So the stale blunts actually was pretty decent. I did have the privilege to light all of the blunts. I don't know if it was a privilege or if it was a curse, because some of my scores are a little lower because fucking around over here trying to light them, they didn't really, they weren't cooperating. So my stale blunts they were both rolled pretty good. Prez, I gave you a 7-8. Twan, I gave you an 8-0. The wet blunts, while they were aesthetically pleasing, I probably had the most trouble with both of those. I topped y'all both out at a 5.5. Neither one of them was fantastic for me. The woods, I was actually a little disappointed in you because I smoked leaf blunts with you a lot. And so I was kind of salty with the results. Prez had a nice first roll, but again, I like leaf blunts and I was lighting them both. While it was hitting, I don't know, man. Prez, I gave you a even 5 on that one. Twan, I gave you a...
So you was like me on that one.
Yeah, I wasn't... Twan, I gave you a 4.5 because I had even more. Like they said, once you got past the fluting, it did some cool shit. But I was over here. I felt like the Green Ranger in that instance. You know what I mean? So it wasn't great for me.
It wasn't getting past the fluting.
Now the novelty blunts. Maybe I'm just a jackass again because I went low scores again. I went 8-2 for Prez. I really liked the presentation. It smoked really nice when I lit it. Twan, I gave you an 8-7 because that first I lit it and it hit me 2 times. It said pow pow. I said, okay, all right, there's really 2 blunts right here. It's not one, it's 2 blunts right here. Nice. Yeah, man, and then the blindfolded blunts on the whip, both of them were nice, both of them smoked. Prez, I got you an 8 even. Twan, I'm telling you, that world record did it for me, it was a 9. So I got it really close, 34 and then a 35-9. Even though low scores, I got Twan with the edge. So great competition at the Rollympics. Great competition. I would do it again anytime. This was probably my favorite episode. I'm not gonna lie to you. We had a fucking blast. We will catch you fuckers this same time next week.
Fun.
Roll up.
Yeah, what up?